All right, so I'm here today to give you guys some proof that type 2 diabetes is reversible, and what you guys are looking at here is actually the interface of a continuous glucose monitor. Now I've got it attached to my arm right here. You can see this is what it looks like. It's basically a filament that sticks into the interstitial fluid, or measures the interstitial fluid inside your skin and gives you markers every 5 minutes of where your blood sugar is at. So this is the most optimal tool that you can have to reverse type 2 diabetes, and that's exactly what I did. And the reason why I'm making this video today is to get anybody who's thinking that it's maybe not possible to reverse type 2 diabetes, that you need proof. And today we're going to show you, we're actually going to go through 9 days, I think it's 9 or 10 days of complete blood sugar results, and how I've become insulin sensitive, and how I've reversed my type 2 diabetes, mainly the proof in the blood sugars, for a whole 9 to 10 day period. So let's get started with the interface here. Basically here you have 92 milligrams per deciliter. That's showing my 103 right now. This was actually an experiment I did today where I ate actually half an Asian pear, and these are the kind of short form videos that I make just to see what it would do to my blood sugar. And also, if I do a 30-minute walk, can I actually bring my blood sugar spike down? And as you can see, yes. But this is the interface here that gives you the date and time. As you see, as we scroll down here is the optimized glucose range, right? This is where you want to stay if you want to stop insulin, the fat producing, stopping hormone. Basically, if you're when you get out of this range and you start popping up high, it means your insulin is spiking and it will stop the burning of fat. So people who know about continuous glucose monitors and want to lose weight, who aren't even diabetic, know that they need to stay in this optimal glucose range, and that way they stay in the fat burning range. So this is what has been established through science and technology, that 120 milligrams to 80 milligrams per deciliter, if you could stay in here, you're going to start burning fat. And this is also, let me get this out of the way here. Whoops. This is what's called the optimal glucose range. So this one is designed, it's the exact same thing if you're trying to lose weight, but nothing changes here as far as the optimal range. It'll just say optimal fat loss, I think it was, or weight loss range. And as you guys can see, I'm 100. The TIR means time in range. I've been 100% pretty much the whole entire past over a week from now. So let's go through here and let me show you guys what's going on. Let me just take you guys through one day, a 24-hour period. We will go from when I eat dinner. I usually eat dinner around 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. every single day because of this factor right here. Your body is like a machine, right? And this is why the continuous glucose monitor will give you insight as to what's going on with your body. And I love to say this all the time. Whenever you put something in your body, think of your body like a machine. It's got to start churning stuff around, right? Insulin's going, your blood sugar spiking. Insulin comes in, knocks it back down. You maybe ate so much carbs or something to make you spike, that it's just like basically stored in your body. So your body's kind of fighting and losing and fighting, I'd say, up and down, trying to get everything regulated so we can get back to normal. And that's exactly what you're kind of seeing right here. Now, anybody who's a seasoned type 2 veteran is going to say, what are you crying about? Let's take a look here. You're at 104 milligrams per deciliter. Yeah, that's healthy, but I wanted to prove the point here. It's not nothing like 140, 180, which, by the way, is completely normal. They say for a normal human being to eat a food, it's expected that they would go to 140, which would spike to here. As long as it comes back down in 2 hours, then you're insulin sensitive. If you are a type 2 diabetic, it could shoot up to 180. As long as it comes back down within 2 hours, then you're okay. But most of you who are insulin resistant are going to notice it's going to go up high, it's going to stay high. And this is what healthy insulin levels look like. It stays a lot cleaner, a lot more gradual. But let's move on so you can see all this up and down. That's the body using what I gave it. So it took about 5 hours or so till about this point here, till about, I'm going to say close to 10 o'clock, to where the blood sugars finally started to stabilize. And this is when I went to bed, which is not normal time. But you can see that the blood sugars just stayed relatively low in the lower 90s all the way until the morning comes. And this is what people refer to as a dawn phenomenon. Now, this is not a great example because I work out like a beast, and I don't consume much carbohydrates. I don't eat sugar. I barely have any alcohol, like maybe once every 4 or 5 months or so. So I don't have a lot of sugar storage, and just don't have enough time to teach you guys and share with you guys what I've done to deplete the sugar storage in my body. So this is, but it still gives you kind of an idea of what's going on here. Usually I get up at around 5:30 a.m. every day, and this is the body ramping up. As you can see, there's 5:30 when I usually get up. So you can see that there was a gradual build, and think of this like a cup of coffee. Basically the body fueling up to say, hey, he's gonna wake up and go to work. We need to give him some energy. But I didn't get up, I actually slept in. So as you can see, very normal and very much needed. The glucose in your body is not, sugar in your body is not an evil thing. When you eat proteins, like meats and fats and things like that, you actually will get, a certain amount of sugar. This is no carb, but you can't get away from all carbohydrates. You're still gonna have even proteins turning into sugar in your body, and that's what I've got going on here. So yeah, it vamped up, and then I went back to bed, and you can see it just kind of came down, and then I kind of tricked it. I woke up, and it was like, okay, here we go. He's waking up. Let's give him some stuff. And then it just kind of slowly tapered down until right here when I have my breakfast, which is usually around 10 a.m. every day. And this is an intermittent fasting. As you guys can see, it's a 16-hour no-eat window with an 8-hour eating window. And that's what's helped me to deplete. When you don't eat, your blood sugars think of it like gas in your car. When you're driving your vehicle around, you're burning up fuel. And if you're low on the fuel storage tank, you're not gonna have a lot to work with here, just like myself. That's what's gonna bring the fat burning to fruition here. And also the insulin, not having insulin spikes, right? Because if you have no overload of sugar in your cells, then there's nothing to really spike you up. So this is what normal blood sugars look like. I had a protein shake around this time here, and you can see relatively nothing. I actually don't do this on a regular, but I had another protein shake here, and you can see that it had a little bit of some work to do here. And then that's the point where I ate a 1-pound ribeye steak with half of an Asian pear. And I normally don't get this kind of spike, but that's what happened with that there. And you can see that even though I ate half a pear, which contains fructose, which is the same thing as sugar in my opinion, and carbohydrates, you can see that I had not much of a big spike. It actually went down with exercise, and right now we're at 106, which is completely normal and good glucose. But let's just go rewind down to 10 days now, just to give you guys further proof that insulin sensitivity is achievable for almost every single type 2 diabetic. Let's just go out all the way till it stops here. Don't get dizzy with this scrolling thing I'm doing here. And I'm not going to waste your time explaining every little detail here. I just want to give you guys a graph. So I want you to think about your body like a boat in the ocean, and these are the waves. This is your blood sugar. Now, it may look like it's getting a little bumpy, but that's nothing, because I guarantee you, even if you strap the continuous glucose monitor to the average American, or anybody for that matter, you would see them spiking, eating rice, eating cookies, sodas. It would just be this immense thing. So this is like your body being in an ocean waves where it's just barely moving around, and it's very comfortable, right? When you start getting, I'll explain this because that looks probably a little weird, but yeah, you want to be to where that's just rolling little waves. You would notice that if you were not eating a low carb diet, or you weren't, if you were insulin resistant, you'd be seeing these red lines, which you're going to see one little tiny dip I have in the future coming up here. But this is called a compression dip. You can always tell when it's a straight down line, it starts to average itself and then come back up. That means that I was simply laying on my glucose monitor, which is on the side of my arm, and it was just being compressed into the skin, and it'll actually give you a false low reading like that there, but it pops right back up. So yeah, here we go. Let's just keep going. There's another compression dip, nothing to be worried about. So I just want to show you guys, as I'm sleeping throughout the day, the night, my energy is sustained. This is actually a problem with a continuous glucose monitor. If you walk away for too long, I think I was in the shower, it kind of cuts off, but no big deal. It picks back up when you come back, when you get back in range. Some of the cheaper glucose monitors, this is very common, I hear. They even fall off sometimes, the bad adhesion. But yeah, this is what a healthy type 2 diabetic's blood sugars look like for an entire 10 days. I think we have a little spike right here, which I ate looks like some strawberries and whipped cream. And I think I ate a bunch of them just to kind of see what would happen. And yes, I did get a spike. And I know, again, you seasoned veterans are going to say a spike of 124 isn't nothing. What are you crying about? I don't like to get like that. I like more like suave, more nice, even, calm C's in my blood sugars. But I just do this as experimentation. That's why you guys might want to join my channel. I experiment on myself constantly. And I also do blood work to prove that type 2 diabetes is reversible. Share my A1C levels, my LDL, HDL, cholesterol, all that kind of stuff, ALT levels. I'm a geek. But main thing is here is to show proof, guys, that type 2 diabetes is reversible. You're not going to see another me get out of that optimal range again for the next whole entire week. So yeah, this is proof, guys. I hope this helps ease you into wondering if type 2 diabetes is reversible, because a lot of people talk about it. We have doctors, specialists, nutritionists, influencers, and I have, when I first started, I was nervous, I was scared, I was frightened, and I didn't know what to think. And I literally feel like I've been lied to by a lot of these people I speak of, or they just weren't showing me proof, because I tried some of the things they said and it didn't work. And if you're feeling the same way, that's why I make these videos. I go live every day around 6 p.m. on YouTube. So if you'd like to see me there, I'd also like to go on Instagram, TikTok, and also Facebook. I just need to know if you guys want to see demonstrations like this and actually talk to me and ask me questions, right? Because I want you guys to achieve what I've achieved. But I know that you guys are very skeptical, and you should be. And I hope that this is the type of proof, the things you guys want to, need to see in order to believe that it is reversible, because you're going to be better for it. You're going to live a much healthier life. You're going to be happy. You're going to look good. You're going to lose weight. Your whole life's going to change. And I am the guy who's going to come in here and not just talk about it, but show you guys how to do this and reverse your insulin resistance, reverse your type 2 diabetes, and be diabetes free forever. It just takes dietary change, a little bit of some the right type of information, and proof like this, I hope. So guys, I hope you like this. Message me. Let me know if you guys want me to go live on the platform of your choice. And if I get enough of you guys, we'll get on here and do live Q&A. You can ask me anything. I am here to help people to achieve what I have achieved. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys soon.